Prison is its own subculture. It has its own culture, and one of the pieces of that culture is that you do your own time. You don't create community. That's both an incarcerated person's mentality, and it's something that the prison administration wants to enforce. They don't want people gathering, but that's not how God wants us to interact. If He wanted all of us to do our own thing, He would have created 7 billion planets, and that would have been the end of that. He wants us in community. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. And so we have tried to build over the years, and have successfully built, community inside a place that doesn't support community. And that, I think, for the men and women who join us in small groups, is the greatest news of all. They can be who they were intended to be and feel safety, both physical safety and emotional safety, in a place that doesn't promote that, doesn't support that. So even if it's just a couple hours a week, the men and women can feel part of something bigger than themselves, which is what God asks of us. But they may never have had that before our volunteers sat with them and created that safe space for them. A byproduct of what we've done with the men while they're incarcerated is that many of them start to think about, who is supporting me when I leave here? It's one thing to create a community inside. It's an entirely different situation when they go home, and the same support may not exist there. So Damascus is a faith-based re-entry staffing agency in Cincinnati. It is faith-based because we believe that God opened all these doors and all these opportunities for us to start working with men and women as they come home. And so we have spent time partnering with employers so that they understand that they're hiring someone who has been incarcerated, and that's not a charity or a favor that they're doing, that they benefit from someone who has walked with us, walked with God, figured out who they are, figured out what got them to prison in the first place, and have decided to do something different. That's an employee you want in your business. So a lot of the discussion we have about reintegration isn't so much about, can you get a job? It's, what are the pieces that you need to keep in place that you found in prison once you go home, so that you not only survive when you go home, but thrive and never return to incarceration.